All right, in a previous video, we talked about we had a different purpose for this white hive here. Uh, Pat's one of our subscribers that decided she wanted to get into bees. So we made a deal and we brought Pat down this white hive box here. This is the swarm of bees, our first swarm that we caught this year. Pat's brand new beekeeper. She's not kept bees before, and we're going to let her open these up. Normally, we bring a colony of bees, a swarm box, and put it right where the hive's going to be. Let the bees out, and then a few days later, we put the box there, the hive box there, and put the bees in the hive box. This is not close to home, so instead of doing it in 2 trips, we're going to just open these bees up. They were locked up last night, and they're not going to be happy. They're going to fly out of here and fly around. So we're going to let the bees, Pat's going to let them out. I'm going to walk away, and then in just a few minutes, they'll settle back down. But they're not going to be happy right to start with. So
now, and we're going to keep the exit this way, direct, yep, not in front of the hole of the. Okay.
Right. So if you just go around there
after you leave,
and
right?
spin.
And then do I just back up gradually?
You just back that way.
Okay. So I'm going to put it to the largest hole, right?
Yep, wide open.
And keep going, right?
Yep. See them come out?
Yep.
There you go. Now just step back for a few minutes, let them calm down. So these bees are going to come out and they'll say, hey, something's wrong. This is not home. So they'll come out and they'll start spinning up in the air. You can already notice how they're going up, Pat. They're spinning around up here.
Why is that? Because of the air current? Or
no,
what?
they want to orientate.
Oh, okay.
So they'll fly around like that, and they're not going to be happy for a few minutes. So we're going to give them 10 minutes or so and let the bees calm down. They're not doing near as bad as I thought they were. I was
going to say, they really don't, yeah.
They're really not as bad as I have seen. And then we'll take and put them in the box. So we're going to take a little short break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. We gave the bees 7, 8 minutes, maybe 10, and they've calmed right down. It's still just a little bit cool this morning, and the bees are not flying hard. So that's kind of making it a little bit easy on us. So I'm going to try to take a frame out here. Let's try one in the middle. These bees have been in this box for only a couple of weeks, so I don't expect them to have a ton built up, but they are pretty busy right here. There's a fair amount of bees in this box.
Look at that. And that's how long? How long has it been?
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That we know they've been in the box.
So I'm just going to set them in here for right now. Bees usually start on one end of the oven, and I don't know which side they have started on. So we're going to look for some brood. And you can see them over here. They're doing the festooning. See how they're building a chain there? And they're doing that. These bees are building wax. You can see how white it is.
Yes.
That's brand new wax that they're building. Let me see which way we need to start from.
They're fairly quiet.
Yeah, okay. So I think we're going to start on that end of the box over there, Pat.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
We'll take the divider board, we'll move it. We'll just lay it, well, I'm set it right here out of the way. So we're going to use that side over there as the entrance.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and close this back to just the ventilation over here on this hole. I'm going to pry these out just a little bit so we got room. Oh man, they have built this thing out.
That is incredible.
This box here had some comb that was already in. So our friend Pat here has taken some online classes and stuff. See, this is your brood.
Okay.
That's brood. See all this wet here? That's nectar that the bees have brought in. So that's nectar, and this is brood. Let's see what the other side. I need to step around to the other side. So we've got nectar. See how wet it is in there? Not much brood in here, though. I would have thought we would have a little more brood, but that is capped brood there. So let's take a moment here and see if we spot a queen anywhere. Usually there'll be a lot of bees around her, anywhere where they're. And see how I just touched that, and they'll move away.
Now, will she be obvious to pick out?
Yeah, her abdomen will be longer. Sometimes they're very easy to spot, and sometimes you can look and look and look and you don't see her. We don't have to find her, but I just thought if I do see her, we would mark her. A lot of times the abdomen will be just a little bit different color. I don't see the queen on there.
And can you tell from the cells and the nectar and stuff, and the capping, where you think the bee, which frame the queen will be on?
She's usually going to be on a frame that's got brood on it. She'll usually be on a brood frame. But you can see the brood there.
Yes.
Get Charlotte to walk over and take a picture. Okay, you see down in these cells right here? Can you see down in them? See the white down in there? That's your larva.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep hitting your veil.
You see that?
Yes, I see it.
All right, Shirley, if you'll come over with your camera. There's your capped brood. And then if you'll zoom in real close, this is the larva in here, if you can get down closer.
I can see it right there. Perfect.
All righty.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
If you
basically,
don't see the queen, you know you've got a laying queen.
Obviously, yeah.
yeah, because you can see there's brood all the way over in here. And if you look right here, you can see very small brood in the bottom there. I don't know if you, I don't have my reading glasses on,
Yeah,
but see how
and I
small
don't
that
either,
brood is in there? All out here is all brood. So this is the frame that the queen would more likely be on. But that don't mean anything. I found them all the way out on the very last frame.
Look how small that one is right there. See that right there in my finger?
Yep, that's brand new. And this right here This is a drone.
Oh, okay.
You see the great big eyeballs?
Well, I see his big square rump more than his eyeballs.
But you can see the big eyeballs because they
Oh,
got
yeah. Okay.
different eyes, and they can't sting you.
And they're the ones called fatheads or something. Is that it? Did you hear that name somewhere? Somebody calls them fatheads.
I have not.
No, but that would make sense because
They're just bigger.
they're a bigger bee, and their eye structure is completely different. And that's so that they can spot a queen flying in the air. You know, it's very hard to.
Yeah.
So they just hang out and eat and get big and strong so they can fly, and then they've got to be able to see a bee flying in the air a long ways off and be able to go and find that queen and mate her, and then they die. They're a one.
So they die after they mate with the queen?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did realize that sometimes when winter's coming on, the workers will kick them out.
Yep. They'll pitch them out. Okay, we have not seen a queen anywhere.
And it's like the blind leading the blind because I don't have my glasses on, so I only use them for reading.
Yeah, but they're obviously longer.
Yeah.
So okay. And these bees have been good. We've not used our smoke.
I know they're amazingly calm.
Okay.
Get your little rump in there.
So this is where the smoke works good. And sometimes I'll use a bottle with just a little bit of sugar water.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just a second. Get out, bee.
Your helper here isn't
Okay.
cooperating.
Just a little bit of sugar water, and then with some anise. It's that calms the bees down. So I have used that. So you can see this was just a little starter strip that we put in.
Yes.
And they have built this much down.
That is amazing. In what, 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks.
What they've done.
Yep. So they're not storing anything over here yet. But we're going to help these bees out just a little bit.
When you say you're going to
them,
help them out, yeah, explain that to me so I understand what you mean.
It takes a lot of energy for the bees to make wax. It takes, what was the number?
6 times more energy to make wax than honey?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
It takes them a lot of energy to make the honey, to make the comb. So, so what I'm going to do is come back in here. If you'll hold that frame just a second. So we're going to give them another frame here that's had brood in it. And that's some free wax for them.
So that'll kind of give them a jump start.
Give the queen lots of places to lay, so she won't be waiting on them to build stuff.
And Roy, do you mind if I ask what that is right there?
It's just a weird spot. That's not a supersedure cell or anything. It's just.
That's what I thought. I just didn't
I'm gonna take that out so it don't bother you when you see it again.
Oh, it didn't bother me. I just was wondering what it was.
Okay. My swarm box over there has just a little extra space in it. And when I was taking it apart, you might have seen me pull a little strip out.
Yes.
That's extra space. And if you have any extra space, bees will build in that extra space.
Okay.
So what they were doing is they were going to bridge between that space and the frame beside of it. So we're going to put this one in also. So we're giving your bees a big jump start here.
This is so fascinating. It's the first time I've ever gotten to look down into a hive.
Yep.
And realize the bees are very, very calm, I think.
But that little bit of extra comb that we have given them bees is a tremendous jump start for the bees. They're going to, see I had a little strip in there?
Yes, I saw you take that out.
I took that little strip out. So what they were going to do was bridge between them two frames.
Oh.
And then this was a full sheet of foundation. And you can see where they've already started building it out. And take a picture of that, Shirley.
See your bees.
It's fast. It's just incredible. They're just incredible creatures.
And if you see, if you just give them a little room, and it's hard, you know, you don't want to crush the bees, but if you kind of push a little bit, they'll move out of the way, usually. All right. So my suggestion right now, Pat, is we don't want these bees to have too much space to have to guard and too much space to have to take care of. So probably what I want to do is just put in 2 more frames and move the divider board up there.
Okay.
So if the bees have too much area to take care of before their numbers get up too high, then they have issues with small hive beetles, wax moths, anything like that, if they have too much room to try to take care of. In the South, you're going to get small hive beetles. There's nothing you can do about it. You can try stuff, and there's things that help with small hive beetles, but they're going to get there. And then it's not the end of the world. The bees will take care of the small hive beetles. They will keep them corralled up somewhere in the hive and keep them from being a problem. You've got a queen that's laying good. You've got brood coming along, and probably in 45 days, say 2 cycles from now, because it takes 21 days per cycle, so 21-day cycles, this thing is going to be full of bees. So what you can do then is come back at then and take this divider board, move it to the end, and fill it up with frames.
Okay.
And I think you'll be great. But let's don't give them all this empty space down here to take care of now.
Take care of, okay.
Talk about the divider board.
So our divider board, you can call it's a follower board. You just put it up at the end of the last colony. We do have it spaced up, and the purpose of spacing it up is so the bees can get ventilation under it. The bees can walk down to this end and stuff, but it helps with ventilation more than anything else. So the bees can get ventilation through there. Now, when we put our top on, these bees up here on top, they'll be able to come down and go back up under the bottom there. We do have bees still left in here, and we're going to work on getting those over into the box. We'll get the top and lay on here.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I brush these bees in here?
They'll be fine.
They'll be fine, okay.
You can brush them in there if you want to, or you can just brush them into the air. That way you'll know that they're
not being mashed.
Well, just right along the edges, only where it sits down.
Oh, okay.
Let's see how that sits down on there.
This isn't.
Okay, now these bees are going to come over here to the front because this is where the queen pheromone will be coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do here is move this box up here close. Up. Lay that on the side there.
Let me stay out of your way.
My video person stepped away. As you can see, I hope, there's still bees down in that box, and we'll give them a few minutes. They'll smell the bees through here, and they'll walk right on in there. May take them about 20-30 minutes, but what we have found over time is they will walk on out. We'll get it right up there so they can walk right in. The bees inside will start fanning in a few minutes, and they'll get it all figured out, and they'll walk in. I told Pat we would probably have to use the smoker today, and you'll see we never used it.
You made it look so easy.
Well, the bees made it easy.
All right, we can take a little break now for a few minutes.
Wow, that is so fascinating.
Okay, most of our bees have come out of here, and one of the things, a lot of people bump their boxes into the hive. I don't like to do that because if you look right here, this stuff here is where the bees polished out the combs that we had put in there, the drawn out comb, the old brood comb and stuff, and it throws all that on top of your bees. So I don't like to do that. That's why I lay them down. Now I did come back and put a little smoke here, and that got all but a handful of bees out. There's probably 5 bees in there. So then I'm just gonna bump that box right there. There's 2 bees in there. We'll walk them away, and then the rest of these bees are going inside. But I don't like to bump the box into my hive. Okay, Pat, what do you think of your first hour of being a beekeeper?
Love it, love it. Look at them, they're so calm. They're amazing to me. These 2 guys are special, special. They are a blessing because they've got me set up. It's wonderful.
Now,
I'm really excited.
Now, Pat decided she wanted to be a beekeeper. She contacted us, but she also contacted Jean
Renee in Georgia.
Down there at the Enjoy Beekeeping, and you took his online class?
Yes, oh, and it's a good class. And I've watched these 2 forever. All their YouTubes I've watched, so I could learn as much as I could.
And she was very prepared. So she already had her space out here, her blocks up, and all we had to do is come in and set the stuff up, and she was ready to get in there.
And I think the bees like it here.
I think they're going to enjoy it here. She's got a nice little piece of property here, and lots of flowers and stuff. So I think the bees got a good home, and they got a good beekeeper in the making here.
Oh, we hope, yeah. But I know where to call if I need someone.
Yep. So please give us a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited.